Welcome to Virtual Interviewing with the Neighbourhood Group. My name is Ann Hurl, and I'm an employment counselor. Today, I'm going to be your host on virtual interviewing. I'm going to give you 4 tips. The first one is prepared technology. You know, oftentimes when you get a call from an employer for an interview for the first time, and after you get off the phone, you realize that the employer wants to do it virtually, and you don't have the application on your computer, and you've never done a virtual interview before. So I'm going to give you some tips. First of all, most employers use platforms such as WebEx, Skype, or Zoom. Whatever the employer is going to meet you in regards to the interview, make sure you become familiar with that software. So for today, I'm going to think about Zoom. You want to go after you download Zoom and make sure that you become familiar with all the options, such as chatting, share screening as well. You want to look at, do I have a camera? Do I have a headset? These are small things. The other thing in regards to technology is what happens if you're in the interview on Zoom through your laptop and all of a sudden you lose power. Well, I would suggest that you have Zoom on your cell phone and you can quickly reconnect with the employer. Let's talk about your interview space. Again, a key component. So your interview space is your space. Typically in the past, if you went to an interview with an employer, it was in person. You're walking into their space. Now, they're walking into your space. So what do you need to know? Well, you need to have 3 things in front of you. A copy of your resume, pen and paper. You have to make sure you're sitting in a comfortable spot. You have to make sure that your background, and what I mean by that is when the employer looks at you, what do they see? So I always suggest to people, put your laptop on and then come around and look at where you're going to be. Make sure you have appropriate lighting. Make sure that the employer has a good shot of you, not just the top of your head. Engage with the employer. What do I mean by that? Well, if you went to an interview in person, it would be easy to smile, do hand gestures, shake your heads, and nod. That's different from virtual. So here you're going to have to put a little bit more effort. Smile. Engage the employer. Remember, the employer is going to be interviewing you for 30 to 40 minutes. At some point, they're going to ask you, what do you know about our company? You have to have done your research. Prepare yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, it's about body language, really. It's sitting in the chair properly, making sure that you sit up straight, that your shoulders are back, that you portray a professional individual. What do I mean by that? So here you are sitting down, the interviewing is going very well, and all of a sudden a small child runs into the room. You have to get up and shut the door. What does the employer see? He sees that you're in a suit from the waist up, but from the waist down, you're in your pajamas. That will not do. You need to be professional from the beginning of that interview to the very end. It's up to you to gain the skills to be successful. I would suggest that if you're interested in registering with Neighbourhood Group, we can teach you things like how to create a resume, how to make yourself look marketable to an employer virtually, how to access the hidden job market. We are just one phone call or one email away. I look forward to meeting you in person, and who knows, maybe I might end up being your employment counselor. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you.